Is it possible to learn or to speak English without learning grammar? Of course, the answer is going to be a big S, guys. You heard me right. Actually, we always have one myth in our minds, that is, we can't speak in this language when we do not know all these grammar rules, whatever they exist in this language. It is not like that, guys. We can still speak as we want, and we can still speak in our own language at our own pace. But the thing is that we always start our journey from learning these grammar rules. It literally drains our energy, it literally makes us feel uninterested, and it literally makes us feel uncomfortable, guys, because at first we can't grasp or we cannot understand those grammar rules. And what happens if we start with learning, we start our journey like English journey with grammar rules, learning grammar rules. Actually, if we start our journey from grammar rules, we cannot understand the language, guys. We are trying to learn this as a subject. Okay, so what happens at the end of the day? You do not get anything, and you feel frustrated and irritated, and you feel so tiresome at the end of the day, because you are learning this as a subject, as if you are preparing for your upcoming exam. So how you are going to learn this as a language? Just treat it as a language, not as a subject. So please do not learn grammar at first. When we are taking baby steps, we do not have to even give a fig about these grammar rules. Of course, you might be all saying that without learning grammar, how is it even possible to frame structures and to use all those expressions and phrases to beef up our conversation? Of course, it is possible, guys. I am not saying you do not have to learn permanently. You will be learning automatically, guys. You do not have to spend or allot your time separately on this grammar stuff. Yes, you heard me right. I did also the same thing, guys. I used to not allot my time separately for this grammar stuff, for learning these grammar rules regarding this language. What I used to do is, I used to just immerse myself in this language. A lot means a lot. That means whatever you are doing now, you just do it in English language. That means whatever the movie you are watching, watched in English. Whatever the book you are reading, try to read it. That doesn't mean you should also read your subjects in English. It is not like that, guys. But try to get into the habit of reading English books, because it can help you immensely in improving your English speaking skills, guys. I can surely assure you this thing. Yes, so this is what you have to do. And when you are learning a grammar, what happens? We just feel like getting stuck in the middle of this journey, where we have to use, when we have to use, and what we have to use. Whenever we start talking or whenever we initiate the conversation, we feel like, okay, now what kind of a grammar rule do we have to implement here? Now what kind of verb do we have to use here? Adverb, preposition, adjective. This is how we will be bombarded with all those rules and adjective, prepositions. Oh my god, what not, guys, everything. So you should have minimum knowledge about the grammar, not more about the grammar. Okay, first let me tell you about my story to you all, so that you will get to know how did I learn grammar effortlessly and how I mastered this language by just sitting in my room. The first thing we have to do is, we have to engross, or you can say we have to surround ourselves with this language, guys. That is what everybody says, and of course I'm also saying you this thing. You have to surround yourself this language as much as possible, because we want to achieve this fluency. At the same time, we are not native speakers. Please always keep this in your mind. You do not even try to skip anything, guys. Whenever you are getting a chance, whenever you are getting opportunity to think in English or to speak in English, try to grab it and try to use that chance, because we know how difficult it is to learn this language, and we know how difficult it is to get a partner with whom we can exchange the conversation, right? So please, whenever the opportunity knocks your door, do not close the door, guys. Just try to open it and try to use that opportunity. So the first thing what we have to do is, actually, whatever the activity we have to do it in English. For example, whenever we watch movies, we watch it in English. You can watch whatever you feel like, guys. It can be a movie, entertaining show, or a Netflix series, or any animated stories, or any animated movies, cartoons, etc., etc. It just depends on your interest. Just pick out anything and start watching it. And while watching, guys, you do not know how many phrases and expressions we will be coming across in that particular movie. You might be asking, if we watch a movie without even knowing any grammar rules, how we are gonna understand? One thing, tell me, guys, can't you understand English? Just because you are not able to speak, that doesn't mean you can't understand this language. Most of the viewers who ever watching this video right now can understand 99.9% of this language. I know that. But the problem where arises is whenever they speak or whenever they initiate the conversation in this language, they can't, because they feel diffident, and because they feel like I'm not able to express my feelings, or I'm not able to speak flawlessly without making mistakes. So this is how we think, and this is how we end up. So actually this is what happens, guys. But whenever you start watching movies, you will be coming across a lot of sentence structures, guys. And when you watch movies, or whenever we watch any other movie as well, you come across the same grammar rule. For example, if I say that did always follows V1 and have always follows V3, that means verb 1 and verb 3. How do we get to know that those words will be followed by these verbs? Get to know once you start watching, or once you start reading English language, guys, every single day. You do not only come across this sentence only one movie or in only one series. Whenever you watch English movies, whenever you watch something, or whenever you are reading something in English, we often come across this grammar rule that often appears whenever we read something or whenever we watch something in English. So those standard rules we will get to know without even learning them. If you just get to know about those rules, then you feel like, okay, this is how we should use. Okay, did always follows with V1 verb, that means first verb. So this is how you will get to know the grammar rules, guys. So I even learned so many grammar rules in this way, and we do not even have to stress ourselves a lot. And one thing you have to do is that you have to just try to make simple sentences. I go to market, I come to home. Of course there will be so many mistakes whenever you talk in this language, guys. You do not, just don't worry about those mistakes. Just make those simple sentences. Now I'm going to college, now I'm coming back to home, now I'm having my lunch, now I'm going to take shower, now I'm combing my hair, now I'm making my video. So see how simple these sentences are. Did I use anywhere any complicated or intricated words in this language or in these questions? No, I didn't. So in the same way, you also just force yourself to talk in this language. Just force yourself to make sentences in this language. And one more thing, what you have to do is try to learn 2 vocabulary words every single day. If you are the one who is a bookworm, or you can say who loves to read, then you don't have to spend separate time just to learn vocabulary, because we often come across new vocabulary words whenever we are reading books, guys. So that is why I highly recommend you all to read, to start reading books. And also try to listen to podcast, guys. Listen to the native speakers podcasts often, because they will help you to expose yourself to the native and natural language, right? And whatever the phrases they use, you will also get to know them, and the expressions and the sentence formation and those idioms as well. Native speakers use a lot of slang, guys, so that is gonna help you a lot to you when you are learning this language. Of course, it is not possible to understand their accent at first, but after passing some days, it's gonna be a piece of cake for you to understand their accent and to understand the intonation and each and everything. Just give some time, just take yourself some time to understand all these things. And don't be harsh on yourself while you are doing all these tasks, guys. It's gonna take some time, it's gonna test your patience, and of course you have to just give your blood, sweat, tears to get this positive results, guys. It is not gonna happen in an overnight, guys. You have to be patient, and you have to sit tight in the place where you are sitting right now. That means you have to just wait. You should realize that I gave my 100%. Now I will have to wait to get those fruitful results. We don't know when we get those results. Have to be patient until we get those results. So try to listen to native speakers very often, because they use different slangs and expressions and phrases. So that is actually gonna help you really a lot in achieving this fluency, guys. Actually, we do not know a lot about those slang and expressions and phrases, right? If you want to speak flawless English and fluent English, of course, you have to expose yourself to native speakers a lot every single day. Then only you will be able to understand all the idioms and each and everything, like way to use them and how to use them. So this is all about the video, guys. I'll catch you in my next video. Till that time, please do not forget to keep on smiling. Okay, bye bye.